I want to talk to you a little bit about the time, the phases, to the stages of our life. I think you already understood that in fact time is a resource, and resource that cannot be reused, that cannot be recovered. Perhaps one of the most valuable things we have is time, and how much faster us we understand that establishing a time of quality for our life, the more quickly we understand that life is unique, short and fast. Inevitably, this understanding will make sure we don't waste time, that we don't throw our time away. Is logical that part of your time is extremely healthy, that you dedicate this part so that you come to have a fun, to be distracted. It is very important. People who think that came into this life just to work, that puts a dynamism above average in your life, and think this is healthy. Yeah, just a matter of time until she find out you ended up being alone, ended up getting sick, and it couldn't get any worse. Recover more. Children are only children once in a lifetime. You're only young once in life. Marriage, that glorious, satisfying thing about beginning of the relationship, in fact it only happens once. So taking advantage of the time is something we must do it as soon as possible. We already saw in 1 Corinthians 10 verse 1 that people are in the same environment, seeing the same thing, hearing the same thing, however living results highly many different. And what is the reason for this to happen? The level of attention. When we look for that, maybe we can understand why do some people have problems, how to deal with the times. I separated some things here from one word that moved my heart a lot. I want to share with you. The first time I want to talk to you are the time of others. That time that is not yours but you. I wish it was. Define the person who looks at the time from others to what is happening in the lives of others, and cannot understand that the time of others is not yours. Many people get lost channeling so much attention to what is happening at the neighbor's house, in neighbor's company, that forgets to channel your strengths to make the things happen in your own life. Learn one thing, and many phases of your other people's lives will be better. That your financial situation, other people will be better than this person's appearance will be better than yours. You need to have maturity to understand that the time of others is not your time. Stop looking what's going on in your neighbor's life. Work. Understand that your time will come, and not use the measure of others to establish yours. Can you understand? Other people's time is not yours. Stop it and mature what we wanted, but it's still not ours. And people, a lot of things that we see until we can buy and have, but not out of time. Have the maturity to understand that things out of time can warp you. God, He is in control of everything. Things, because God does not give certain stuff for kids. You have to understand that there are things that are for you, but it's not yours yet. Time to reach them, and God knows our. I wish you know that. I learned when it's out of time, God can't, you can waste it the way that you want. It will not sensitize with you. He wants to be the best God. Don't act that way. So if it's out of dear time, don't want to burn a stage, because the business will go bad. The time of God is right. Wait for what God has to do for you. He doesn't arrive late at Your life and your marriage, it is not enough. He knows what he's doing. He is taking care of you. Many people get in the way wanting things out of sky. We have here to advance to what is in time to happen. And learn one thing in this life. Every opportunity she has a time to duration. You need to know what your time is. You have to find out which one is yours. Time to act on your finances. It's your time. I ask God to give you discernment. Your time has come to live. Find out when she is in which area is and dive in with all your might. That works. Can you understand that? It's like that of people who don't invest time. Know to have a discernment sometimes. And a consultation with someone who has experience to learn from your mistakes. If you can learn from mistakes from others, look for people. Life is okay doing so that you have people with so much experience of what are the professions you are involved in, the environment where you can receive information extraordinary to help you take action in the right time. But you don't enjoy it. You have to find out your time, which is. It's time we need to mature. To understand this, you have to understand the time of spirituality. The time to invest in reading is too much important. This people discover your time, the things you have. What happens right in your time too. Some this time may come a little sooner, for others a little more late, for another arrives in the model more easy, for others in the more difficult model. But understand this, I see people wanting to live the time of others. I want people wanting to live things out of time, anticipating and breaking the face, making decisions misguided, and people who aren't even able to understand their own time.